Hello, Fast Trackers. This is Kim Danke, and I hope that you have had 2 perfect days and that you are on your 3rd perfect day of Fast Track. So today what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to watch the following daily doses, daily dose number 6, 7, and 8. And now I'm also going to share my screen with you and talk about a part of the website that is so important. Yesterday we went over the journal, and today we are going to talk about the monthly timing chart. And I really like this because this is where I do a lot of strategy. If I can get to the right page. Okay, weekly timing chart. So you click right here on this tab. What happens on this tab is every single one of these days is basically what you journaled. So what you journal here on this tab reflects here on this tab. Now I am going to revisit the month I started and then go through my other months and show you what I did. So on my very first day, which I told you guys I started on April 10th, that was a perfect day. That's why you see that green check. And then I had another green check. That is my 2 first perfect days. The 3rd day, I have a perfect day. I am in EFB. So I'm in EFB here, and I'm having perfect days all the way through here. And then I went to Alabama for Easter. And so that's what that is. I wanted to eat that Alabama food, and so I had my holidays right there. I went straight back into my perfect days when I got back. This is actually an IMF day, which is intermittent fasting. And because I'm a member of the gold level of Shibboleth, you do have that option to mark that. And then after that, I'm back into EFB. Now I'm going to move forward to the month of May. And here is my strategy in weight loss. My strategy in weight loss was to only have a holiday if I was going to be out of town. So because you were allowed 6 holidays and maintenance, when the first of the month came up, I would say to myself, 1, am I going to be out of town? 2, are there any other special days that I might want to plan for? So when you plan out your days, you know that those other days need to be perfect days, and then you can do them that way. So on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of May, my husband and I were going to a wedding. And of course, I was in weight loss mode and I was wanting to lose weight. So I was having perfect days. And this little circle here means that I was IMFing all of those days. And this little symbol here says, wow, that means I did a wow challenge that day. So I took these days right here and had a holiday. Now, if you're a gold member, which by the way, to be a gold member is only a $25 charge, and that is for as long as you have your silver membership. As long as your silver membership never lapses, then you'll always be gold for that one-time charge. So you do have the option of marking that IMF from there and having some extra, that's really very country, I'm sorry, some extra gold level daily doses, which I really enjoyed. So when you IMF, your body actually is able to get back into EFB a little bit faster. So that's why you notice there's only 1 day there. So that was my perfect day. And then I get back into EFB. So then we move to the month of June. So I went back through my same strategy. In June, I wasn't going anywhere. So I didn't need to save holidays for going out of town. I thought, okay, Father's Day is in June. Well, Father's Day is in June, but we go to Longhorn. So I can have a really great steak and broccoli and still have a perfect meal. So there was just really no reason for me to have a holiday during this time. And so I did not have any holidays, and I was in some serious good EFB. All right, losing weight this whole time. So then we're going to move to July. So the month of July comes along, and I think, well, we're not going out of town. So I didn't have to plan for that. And then I thought, July 4th, that's going to be a great day to have a holiday. I'm going to have a holiday on July 4th. When it got to July 4th, I seriously could not do it. I thought, what am I going to eat? I'm going to have a hamburger and a hot dog? Well, guess what? Hamburger and hot dogs are Shibboleth approved. I just bought the right ones, and I had the right food on the 4th. Now, what I did on the 4th was, during all this other EFB time, I was really doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so my 3 meals a day. But on the 4th, I added an extra and I added a snack and that kind of thing. So I had more food. It actually felt like a holiday to me, but I did not come out of EFB for that. So that was a good strategy there. Well, on this day right here, the 10th, that was the day that I hit my goal weight of 150 pounds. I'd lost 35.5 pounds in 3 months to the day right there. But I was actually still a little concerned about having holidays because I thought, I might fall back into old habits. So I just kept having perfect days. But then I get to the month of August. And this is the thought that ran through my head. If I am really trying to help people through their weight loss journey, how am I going to know how it feels to have some holidays and come back from those holidays and truly be working the program in maintenance rather than just staying in EFB all the time? So I decided that I would throw in some holidays. So this day right here was a holiday, and I'm going to click on it and show you my journal from that day. So it was a holiday. I marked that right there. And then if you'll notice, I had a perfect breakfast. And then the reason I had a holiday was because I went to a luncheon and Henry's from Ackworth was there and I wanted what they had. So there's the food I had. That's what turned it into a holiday. And then if you'll notice at dinner that night, I had some small cookies and I had a small cookies and cream milkshake. So that's what I had on that day that made it a holiday. But look, it's not a hog trough day, but it's still a holiday. So that's why I had that holiday. So let's go back to the weekly timing chart. We were showing August, so I'm going to go back there. And then we're going to look at the 2nd, just to kind of give you an example of what I was doing. So I marked that it was a holiday. So I had a perfect breakfast. I actually had a perfect lunch. But when I went to dinner that night with my daughter, I decided to have some onion rings and a few curly fries, and I'm sure their bacon was not approved. But I did not eat my bun on this hamburger patty. But notice that the rest of my day is not a hog trough day. So those are holidays still. Then I go back to the weekly timing chart. And then if you'll look, when you're in maintenance, you get up to 12 holidays. And as long as your other days truly are perfect days, you will maintain your weight loss. And if you'll notice, I'm still stringing my EFB days together, which gets you maintenance and weight loss and everything. So I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the 12 holidays in the month of August. Now we're going to show you September. And in September, I had probably 10. Yeah, I had 10 of the 12 holidays allowed in September. And just to let you guys know, since I have been in maintenance, I have lost another 12 pounds, actually 12.5 pounds. So it's crazy how this program really, really works. And I'm just kind of letting my body settle out where it wants to be. And let's look at October. So October came along, and here I am having little holidays. So it's just a holiday meal here and there. But if you look, I had 7 holidays by the 11th day of the month. Well, you're allowed 12 in maintenance. So I thought, okay, I've got 5 more to kind of plan out right in there. So you can see I've had a full week here of EFB days, 2 perfect days, and then a full week of EFB days. And then if I want to have these 5 other holidays at some point throughout the rest of the month, then I can do that. But that's your weekly timing chart. I certainly hope that you guys will strategize in that way. See if you're going out of town, because most of the time people do want to save their holidays for out of town just because you have less control. Or maybe you want to think about, is there a birthday this month? Is there a Mother's Day, a Father's Day? Is there Christmas? Am I going to a party, a special party? So those are the days that you plan for holidays, and all the other days you have perfect days so that you can continue to lose weight while still celebrating special days. All right, I hope you're having a great day 3, and I'll be back tomorrow with day 4.